Hello and welcome back to a side project that almost makes sense. We drag on this week about creativity and how to become more creative step by step. This time I found this acronym fitting. Trust me, I'll explain. Okay, first of all, being creative all the time can be hard. I give deep respect to those people who can make that professional. From creativity in the music scene to videos, movies, and programming. The problem is staying on that wave and improving. If you have a good idea, that's wonderful. Then you do your stuff with passion and energy. You work and work and work until you think you are finished. Your idea has come to life. You can happily present that to all of your friends or family or the internet. But what do you do after that? Like sometimes you can have such a great idea that you don't even find anything equally good anymore. Oh yeah. I know I can't talk about creativity if this is my tower, but it's gonna be good, I swear. So, back to the topic. To fix that, I read some topics about those problems and talked to people with similar problems, and I think I found a solution. Step 1. We start with the letter W. If you're in a situation where you have an excellent idea, write it down immediately. After all, you don't have to focus on accidentally forgetting that idea, because that's the worst thing about that. The other neat part about writing it down is the realistic thought from your perspective. Seeing an idea on paper can change your view for the better. So my first guide would be to always have something to write ready. And I think in this day and age, it won't be any problem because you already have it on your hand. So in case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's probably the device that you are holding / watching the video on. I mean your smartphone and computer, by the way. But I would still suggest writing it down on paper because this is way cooler. Just don't lose the paper. You're gonna thank me. Step 2 is a very weird one. Not because it is, but rather that I tell you that from my perspective. And I think I've never been so honest about something. It's the screen time. You see, it's contradicting for me to say. To my point though, I compare it with food sometimes. If you eat well with good food, you feel better. If you eat trash fast food, you probably know already what my point is. So how can you make something creative if you're surrounded all the time by other videos or posts that blatantly blocks that? How can you think of something good if your brain is feeding on brain rot content? Like, it's literally called brain rot. I could tell you the most basic stuff like go outside, touch grass, read a book, do sport, but come on, man. Almost everyone heard this advice before. As I said, I don't like giving you that basic and just blatant instruction because they're so simple. They're actually so simple, you could apply those life tips almost everywhere in life, and not only in creativity. It could be for productivity or just fixing your situation because your goldfish died. So yeah, that's somewhat widespread if you ask me. So if you found better tips rather than touching grass, help us out in the comments. Step 3. So, having that gift of being creative is great. Being creative is not just a point in life, it is a journey. But what would it give you without having friends or family to talk to? Like, having no one to talk about your ideas or thoughts can be frustrating. Sometimes you doubt, so you can simply call a friend to ask for advice. Through sharing that creativity, you can find new people and even more talking points. Just keep in mind that you don't have to impress anyone. Impressing yourself is the only thing that counts, actually. I think I found a short term. It's called WTF, and it stands for W, write your ideas, take a step back, so from media, for example, and F stands for friends, because they can help you out. I know it's not your typical dragging on this week's episode, but here we are. Stay tuned on my other channel, PP Pablo, because something big is gonna happen. So stay ready and hear from you guys soon. I know, not a typical episode. It's, yeah, something different this time. But yeah, thank you, and as always, I love your comments. Peace out.